brew boss. It's almost a brew in the bag, but not quite. So essentially, the mash tun sits inside the lauter tun. And we mash in, and then instead of removing the liquid from the mash tun, we remove the mash tun from the liquid.
Right.
Remove the grains,
and the gravity drops.
And then you sparge.
Yeah.
You sparge sparingly, though. You
Yes,
can't
exactly.
full
Right.
sparge because you're not submerging the grains again. So
Right.
Correct.
You're losing a little bit, but
not that much, really.
With the ability to move on, you're gaining efficiency.
Because we
gained a lot of efficiency, but the problem is we're somewhere halfway between a brew in a bag and a 3-vessel. So it's like somewhere right in the middle, and that's where we're trying to dial in, is to figure out the little bit of sparge we need to do versus like a traditional 3-vessel or 4-vessel system.
Right off the bat, I would say y'all are adding more water to the mash, correct? Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, that's going to bring your gravity down, but that's fine because you're still trying to get as much as you can out of there.
But
How
the efficiency,
is your agitation though?
But our efficiency's gone way up.
Some kind of agitation.
We do recirculation.
Yeah.
It's continuous recirculation.
Continuous recirculation. I'm a big
So we
fan
get.
of continuous recirculation.
When me and Brad went to Wyoming, we went to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and brewed on the system up there. They didn't sparge at all. We laughed at them and said, "What? You don't sparge? What kind of idiot are you?"
I did, but it was sometimes I would do another method that would basically be no sparge, but the sparging does get you those last bits. But you have to pay attention scientifically as you're pulling those.
You get
last
the tannins
bits.
out.
So the other thing though is this system is so much more efficient than our old system. Since the efficiency went up, our grain bill and our hops schedule went down.
What's your efficiency?
So we're actually losing less.
What's your efficiency on the Renaissance system?
Oh,
60,
God,
62?
70 something. I think 70s.
Dude, if you're in the 70s,
Yeah.
you're
We're 69, 70.
for professional.
I think the efficiency on this system is like 85.
Yeah. It's amazing.
With the Blickman on our pilot, we got 92.
Nice.
Well, we may get there.
It was crazy. So for a long time, we did. I did double batches. We had 2 of those 55 mash tuns that I would do 2 of them and then do 2 of them again in one day to fill up our boil kettle.
Yep.
Right, to almost 7 barrels. But because the efficiency was so good, it was like, I mean, we'd almost be a fool to get another mash tun. I mean, even though it takes a little longer, it's like, we're getting the. But then when we switched to the big mash tun, and it was like, we need like 600 pounds of grain. It's like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I milled 500 today, and I'll do 500 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll do 1,100 pounds. Yeah.
But not by hand.
I'm loading every bag by hand.
Now that counts for something, but I'm going to tell you, I've milled 20 pounds, 40 pounds.
Yeah.
We milled the first time we did our big brew, our 55-gallon brew. That was 85 pounds of grain. And halfway through, I took the handle off and put my drill on it and burned it up, trying to finish up the deal.
Yeah.
I was like,
we have apprentices. Minions.
Yeah, we make the apprentices do it.
You must learn to do the handle.
Nope, that's exactly right. You got to start with the handle. You want to brew when you come brew. And we have had some professional brewers come brew with us. Then we start them at the mill. Here you go.
Right? Oh my God, yeah. Well, that's humbling, and most of them have probably done it anyway.
They have.
If they brewed somewhere else, they probably.
And that's why they're there. All the professional brewers come work with us. They want to do the hands-on and get back to touching and the actual art of the brew, not the science part.
Well, look, we need to talk more about the art and more about the science and more about the differences between where you're at and where you were and where you want to be. But first, I think we need to take a little break.
They're all we could afford. The Galactic Coast Power Hour. More with these two in just a minute.
Coastal Shade Company is the Houston and Gulf Coast leader in outdoor shade coverings, from palapas to pergolas, pavilions, and more. Looking for an outdoor kitchen or fireplace? No one will provide you greater value than Coastal Shade Company. Contact us today at 832-917-7672 or visit us online at coastalshadeco.com.
The average person moves 5 times over their lifetime. If it's moving time for you, John Wilkinson is ready to help sell your home quickly, professionally, at the best possible price. John's personalized and unique marketing plan will get your home in front of the most qualified buyers and their agents by means of real estate magazines, online listing sites, social media, direct marketing, and yes, even on the radio. Call John Wilkinson at 281-974-0739 or email him at john@jwgetsitsold.com to get your house on the market and featured on the Bringing It Home show on Vinyl Draft Radio. Contact John Wilkinson with Better Homes and Gardens. Gary Green, the real estate agent invested in you.
Lamont Brands is a veteran-owned business serving the Houston, Clear Lake area and beyond. Their in-house capabilities include screen printing, embroidery, rhinestones, heat press transfers, and thermal flex design, as well as e-commerce solutions and on-site fulfillment. If you're looking to brand your business through custom apparel and or promotional products, Lamont Brands should be your first and only call. Lamont Brands is located at 920 Gemini in Houston. Give them a call at 281-286-7553 or visit them online at lamontbrands.com.
The light beer you've been waiting for has arrived. Corona Premier is a superior light lager brewed to be easy drinking with a taste that's undeniably Corona. Premier is an exceptional light beer, perfect for taking a moment to look around and appreciate all that you've accomplished so far. Lower carbs, lower calories, higher expectations. Corona Premier. Enjoy the view. Drink responsibly. Corona Premier, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Did you miss us? We're back. Live from the ECU of Texas studios, the Galactic Coast Power Hour with John Ennis and Mighty Mike Taylor.
That is right. We're back with the Galactic Coast Power Hour, and we're visiting with the lads from Brigadoon Brewery. Just opened up a brand new brewery in Pasadena.
Yes, we did.
And they're the brewery that a lot of people know from the Texas Renaissance Festival. And we're drinking some of their beers right now. Brad, what are we drinking?
This is the Green Ogre. It's a Imperial IPA.
Nice. I don't think I have any. Oh, was this?
No.
That was not
I
it.
thought one of those was.
This-
Okay, we got some here.
It looks like it.
Might be it.
It looks like a hen.
We have cup confusion.
I'm
Cup confusion.
greedy. I'll take one.
So, you want to talk a little bit about the new facility? You're right there in Pasadena.
Pasadena.
I mean, if anybody knows a couple local landmarks,
We're
they were across
across Donkey.
That was where I was going.
Yep.
Kind of near the former
right next to Moments.
Moments. Okay.
Moments. Used to
With
be
Bridget, the midget.
Texas Sugars. Used to be Texas Sugars.
Not that you've been there.
You're taking me back to my high school days.
Yep.
Okay, so you have
Just remember my first fake ID. Sorry.
Don Key.
No, I'm talking about Texas Sugars.
We always used to go there when we were a little younger, and used to
Sneak
kinda
in.
sneak in with the
Yeah.
with the crowd. Everybody's ordering so many margaritas, and usually the guys, the Latino brother mans, they didn't. They were like, okay,
Did you see the
you dip, right?
Did you see the one-arm dancer
Yep.
when you were there? Yeah.
Well, we used to always count bullet wounds.
Yep.
Oops. Well, yeah, we're transitioning on.
Yeah,
We've gone to another subject.
Black Blade. Anyway, so
That's Green Ogre we're drinking.
Green Ogre.
I'll bring it back on task.
So, the difference between how you do things at the Renfest versus how you do things now in your new Pasadena location. So, you're telling me you have two side-by-side barrel and a half systems.
Right.
Do they combine into a
We
single
can.
Yeah.
barrel, single kettle that's three barrels?
No,
or
we have 2 3-barrel systems.
2 3-barrels.
With baskets. They can brew two different beers
Two
or
one and a
one
half.
6-barrel.
3 total.
Okay.
And they
Nice.
they cross serve
We can. Or do separate.
or separate.
So, what's your largest fermenter?
6 barrels.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So, you can either
We're not
double,
talking about it. They're a 2 3 barrel.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you let me say the wrong thing. Should
Well, I wasn't going to correct you on the air.
We should have.
Listen, dear, when I get home, you're in
Yeah,
trouble.
2 3 barrel.
There is no shame in
6
being
total.
corrected here.
No, that's fine.
Even if you
So the confusion
Right,
is
right.
some of these beers, like the Imperial Stout, that is everyone enjoys so much, has such a big beer and has such a big grain bill that in a 3 barrel vessel we can only make a barrel and a half of it. So
Yeah, I understand that because
grain bill's
your
horrible.
mash tun gets so full that you can't.
right,
Yeah.
So we have to do 2 cycles in it, 2 turns on it in order to get.
And that's the same problem with the Renaissance and our back equipment was the same problem. We couldn't do.
Right.
We had to do
Yeah.
two
I know.
batches.
Specifically my homebrew system, I designed to be 15 barrels, so I could or 15.
15 barrel. That's pretty good homebrew system. TTABC is going to come talk to you.
Dude, you just broke the law. Did you fire that up? 15 gallons so that I could brew
Right. 5 gallons of a high beer.
The Russian Imperial Stout or
Exactly.
a double IPA or whatever, because that's
Right.
what it takes, man. It's 1/3. It's a little more than 1/3 of your system, but 1/3 is safe.
We max out our systems all the time.
Right.
I'm bad about that.
I mean, that's how you know you're pushing the edge, right?
We live on the edge.
Literally. Sometimes flowing over the edge.
Yeah.
Right.
Our first batch of new system will be out pretty soon called Patient Zero. We maxed out the entire capacity the first time out.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
This one's going to be Black Plague Patient Zero.
Zero.
Patient Zero.
We have now invented a Russian Imperial double IPA. Mm-hmm. Russian Imperial Stout double IPA.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're never gonna do it again, so we need to get it while it's on tap.
Is it on tap right now?
No, it'll be on tap
2 years from now?
maybe
3
this
years from
weekend.
now?
No, next
Couple
weekend.
weeks.
Next weekends. Yeah.
So, how long do you age the Black Plague, the normal one, not barrel aged, before you serve it?
We like to have at least 4 to 6 weeks, but Black Plague's probably best at 6 months to 18 months old.
That's what I would say. 6
About
to
a
18
year.
months.
It's about a year. Unfortunately, we can't. We have a hard time meeting that capacity.
Right, yeah.
Meeting that,
Especially on the grounds of like the Renfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We suggest that our customers buy an extra bottle and cellar it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
No,
true.
it's
yeah.
to me it's best at 18 months.
Yeah.
18 months, yeah.
Yeah,
A year and a half is usually where a beer goes good. I have some 2010 Bigfoots that I just opened one the other day. I had about 8 or 10 left. And good Lord, man, that beer seems to never go bad.
Right.
We had a couple years ago. We had, I think, a 3-year-old bottle of Black Plague.
We've had 5-year-old, and I'm gonna tell you
I'd
that
love to have a 5-year-old Black Plague.
It's so good.
It can be, but may not be.
They kind of go on a journey,
they go
right?
on a
They can, yeah.
They access and come
hills
on.
and valleys, and
Yeah.
it's weird how that works.
Yeah, it is. I've actually had beers where I would keep them in a keg and age them and keep aging them and test them through a period of like 4 years. And it's weird how at some points it's like, this is a totally different beer. I don't like this.
Right.
And then you wait 6 months and you go back and like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have high alcohol and a lot of hops, you can do that. Low alcohol, low hops will not last.
No, you're going to spoil.
Yeah.
The yeast is going to
Yeah.
die inside. You're going to taste it immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bacteria is going to grow. There is
Exactly.
bacteria
Yeah.
in every beer you've ever tasted. Its ability to grow depends on how much hops or what the process was.
Can
Exactly.
we open up that Black Plague?
We can.
Hell yeah.
So this is the top seller at Renaissance as well.
That's
is
our top seller
our
in general.
General.
Everyone.
Which was not our intention. We started doing it because somebody said, hey, you don't do anything hard and manly. All your stuff's wimpy and light and no alcohol. You can't do anything.
We'll show you.
Yeah, I said. Yeah. Well, we had
Fighting words.
exactly. We had complaints. People say, hey, all your beers are all historical, that are all wimpy and light-bodied and no low alcohol. So I said, we can do one. Hang on. Here you go.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, and spite me, everybody loved it. So now it's a difficult beer to brew. It's time consuming. It's a royal pain.
Fight you.
It fights you all on the way.
Well, if I know anything about Russian Imperial Stouts is not only do they fight you the entire way, is you really don't know how they're going to turn out until they turn that corner and they reveal themselves right there at that, like you're saying, the 6 to 8 week,
Yeah.
at 8 week turn when it comes into its own. And people would look at me like I'm crazy, but I always said that the beer told me when it was ready. I didn't
It
tell
will.
it when
No,
it was ready.
exactly.
There's no way you can tell a beer when it's ready. It will tell you. And people are like, well, it's been in there for 3 and then 5 and then let's go his.
No.
You got to listen to the beer or you will falter in some way.
Thank you.
I always thought.
Yeah. I like how Sylvia poured it into her Renaissance special.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking at the art too. How beautiful that is. Was that original drawing?
Yeah,
It's original drawing.
A good friend of mine that I've known since elementary school. His grandmother lived down the street from me. Drew that for us.
Brother, give a shout out to the grandma.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Grandma, the guy who drew it, his name is Brian Dew. And he's an incredible artist.
He did
metal.
an awesome job with that.
So we use it here. We also have T-shirts with that on it.
I have it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite shirt. I've had it, since the first time I saw it, I was like, I have to have that shirt.
And those are available for sale at the
We have
location.
at the Pasadena locations. We also have pint glasses with that on there too, available at the Pasadena location also.
This is original artwork too, and this was done by my sister-in-law.
So for everybody that goes to the Renfest once a year to enjoy your beer,
Now they have
it all year
Year
round.
round.
And that's at 5041 Spencer Highway, number 703.
That's exactly right. 5041 Spencer Highway, number 703.
It's not only a brewery; it's a beer school. Tell us a little bit about that. What's going on there?
We kind of backed off of that for a while. We're get things set up, but we have in the past and are planning on offering educational classes on how to brew.